Powerful galactic beings, welcome back to another video. Life isn't just a smooth climb toward success or enlightenment, it's a battlefield, a sacred proving ground where the universe challenges you at every turn. When you're on the path of growth, whether spiritual, personal, or professional, the universe has a way of testing your readiness. These tests aren't punishments or random hardships, they are deliberate opportunities disguised as struggles. The universe doesn't hand out promotions lightly. Before you can level up, whether that means stepping into greater purpose, deeper love, or expanded consciousness, you must first prove that you're prepared to carry the new energy that comes with it. These tests show up in many forms: unexpected setbacks, relationship challenges, financial strain, or inner battles with fear and doubt. They feel heavy and often unfair, making you question your path or your worth. But in truth, these moments are sacred invitations to grow your resilience, your faith, and your self-mastery. The universe is asking, are you ready to hold more? Can you keep your center when everything shakes? Will you rise instead of retreat? Every test is a gatekeeper, standing between who you are now and who you're becoming. Understanding this shifts your perspective from victimhood to empowerment. Instead of asking, why me, you begin to ask, what is this teaching me? This question turns hardship into sacred training, a workshop for your soul. You learn to face discomfort with curiosity, to see obstacles as stepping stones rather than walls. This mindset changes everything because it activates your inner alchemist, the part of you that transforms challenges into wisdom, pain into power, and fear into courage. The tests also reveal your blind spots and unresolved wounds. They expose where you're still attached to old stories, where your ego clings to control, or where your faith falters. This is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Growth demands honesty and humility. You can't carry new levels of light and responsibility while holding onto old patterns that no longer serve you. So these trials become a mirror, reflecting back what you need to heal or release before you can move forward. Most importantly, these tests teach you endurance, the spiritual stamina to keep showing up for yourself even when the path is unclear and the journey feels long. Endurance is not just physical, it's emotional and spiritual. It's the quiet strength to stay present with your pain, to keep trusting your intuition, and to believe in your unfolding even when the outside world offers no guarantees. This endurance is the backbone of transformation. Without it, the brightest sparks of awakening can flicker out under pressure. Remember, the universe is not against you, it is working with you. These tests are sacred rites of passage designed to prepare you for the next stage of your evolution. Each challenge is a question: are you ready to carry this next level of light and responsibility? When you answer with courage, resilience, and faith, the universe opens the door and welcomes you in. The tests the universe sends rarely arrive with flashing signs or clear labels. They come dressed in the clothes of everyday life: unexpected setbacks, difficult people, moments of deep frustration, or internal battles that seem to come out of nowhere. The trick is learning to recognize these experiences not as random misfortune but as deliberate invitations to grow. Often, these tests first show up as small discomforts or subtle warnings, feelings of restlessness, repeated challenges in a certain area of your life, or an inner voice urging you to change course. If you ignore them, the universe tends to escalate the test, making the lessons harder and the stakes higher until you pay attention. The wise know that paying attention early saves immense suffering later. Mindset is your most powerful tool when facing these trials. Resistance is natural, no one enjoys struggle or pain, but fighting the test only intensifies the experience. Shifting from resistance to acceptance doesn't mean giving up or passively tolerating hardship. It means acknowledging what is without judgment, surrendering to the reality of the moment, and asking, what can I learn from this? This shift releases the heavy energy of frustration and opens a space for insight and growth. Acceptance is the soil where resilience takes root. It allows you to move forward without being stuck in denial or bitterness. Cultivating inner strength and spiritual endurance requires consistent practice. This isn't about toughness or pushing yourself harder, it's about developing flexibility and presence. Practices like meditation, breath work, prayer, and journaling help you stay connected to your center even when external circumstances feel chaotic. Building a daily ritual that anchors you reminds your nervous system that you are safe and supported, no matter what tests arise. This foundation of calm presence is what lets you face challenges with clarity rather than being overwhelmed by them. Surrender plays a paradoxical but vital role in this process. At first glance, surrender might seem like giving up control, but it's actually about aligning your will with the greater flow of life. When you surrender, you trust that the universe's timing and wisdom are greater than your limited perspective. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you release attachment to specific outcomes and open yourself to possibilities you might not have imagined. Surrender softens the ego's grip and invites grace to work through your journey, turning obstacles into opportunities. Finally, these tests prepare you for leadership, service, and creation at a higher level. Leveling up isn't just about personal gain or spiritual awakening for your own sake. It's about stepping into a role where you can contribute to the collective, inspire others, and manifest your highest purpose. The challenges you face forge qualities like patience, empathy, and discernment, which are essential for this expanded responsibility. When you pass these tests, you don't just move up, you rise as a beacon for others still finding their way. One of the biggest challenges during these trials is learning to distinguish between growth tests and unnecessary suffering. Not every hardship is a divine test. Some pain is simply life's natural ebb and flow or the result of choices and circumstances beyond your control. The key lies in your response and perspective. Growth tests have a certain sacred quality. They push you beyond your comfort zone but ultimately lead to expansion, healing, and empowerment. Unnecessary suffering, on the other hand, drains your energy, keeps you stuck in victimhood, and leads to stagnation. Recognizing this difference requires deep self-awareness and honest reflection. Ask yourself, is this experience teaching me? Am I growing through this, or am I resisting and repeating old patterns? When you tune into this discernment, you avoid getting trapped in cycles that don't serve your highest good. Faith is the unseen pillar that supports you when the path feels uncertain and the tests become intense. Faith is not blind belief, it's a grounded trust in the unfolding process, even when you can't see the whole picture. It's the inner knowing that every challenge has a purpose, and that you are being guided, even through the darkest valleys. Cultivating this faith is a practice in itself, through prayer, meditation, or simply surrendering your worries to a higher power or the flow of life. Faith softens the grip of fear and doubt and keeps your heart open to possibility. It's the light that shines when the road ahead is obscured. During these intense trials, it's essential to have tools that help you reset your energy and regain balance. Energy resets can be as simple as stepping outside for fresh air, engaging in grounding exercises like walking barefoot on grass, or practicing breath work to calm your nervous system. Creating sacred space for rest and rejuvenation is equally important. This might mean unplugging from social media, journaling your emotions, or spending quiet time in nature. These practices recharge your spirit and help you avoid burnout or overwhelm. When your energy is balanced, you can face tests with greater clarity and resilience. Transforming setbacks into powerful catalysts for change is the alchemy of the awakening soul. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, you learn to see them as invitations to deepen your understanding and sharpen your skills. Each setback contains a lesson about patience, humility, or self-trust. By embracing this mindset, you shift from resistance to curiosity, from frustration to empowerment. This transformation turns hardship into fuel that propels you forward, not chains that hold you back. Your willingness to face adversity with courage becomes a testament to your evolving strength. Finally, embracing the mysterious timing of the universe is key to navigating your tests with grace. Sometimes, the level up you seek doesn't arrive on your schedule. It comes when conditions are ripe, when your soul is truly ready to hold the next vibration. This can be frustrating because your mind wants quick results, but the universe operates on a higher wisdom that you may not yet see. Learning patience and trust in this timing allows you to surrender control and flow with life's rhythms. It's in this space of openness that miracles often occur, when you stop forcing the outcome and start aligning with the divine cadence of your growth. The universe's tests are profound invitations to evolve beyond your current self. When you learn to discern wisely, lean on faith, reset your energy, transform setbacks, and trust divine timing, you step into your power and prepare for the next level of your journey. When tests come one after another, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, lost, or even hopeless. The sense that the challenges are endless can cloud your vision and sap your energy. Maintaining clarity and focus during these times is vital. This begins with anchoring yourself in your why, the deeper purpose or calling that sparked your journey in the first place. When the noise of struggle threatens to drown you, return to that core reason. Remind yourself why you're willing to endure the pain and uncertainty. Clarity doesn't mean having all the answers, it means holding steady in your intention and trusting the process even when the path is unclear. Daily rituals that center you, like meditation, journaling, or simply setting a focused intention, can cut through confusion and keep your heart aligned. Gratitude is a spiritual tool of immense power, especially during tough seasons. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from frustration to appreciation. When you consciously focus on what is working, what you've learned, and the small blessings that surround you, you activate a higher vibration that attracts more positive energy. Gratitude doesn't deny hardship, it coexists with struggle by illuminating the light within the darkness. This practice trains your mind to seek out the growth hidden inside every challenge and builds resilience. It reminds you that even in the tests, you are supported, loved, and guided. Navigating the balance between action and surrender is a delicate but necessary dance. Action fuels your growth. It's the choices you make, the steps you take, the boundaries you set, and the efforts you invest. Surrender, however, is about releasing attachment to outcomes and trusting that some things are beyond your control. Leaning too heavily into either side can create imbalance. Too much action can lead to burnout, while too much surrender can breed passivity. The wise spiritual seeker learns to read the subtle cues of their inner guidance and external circumstances to know when to push forward and when to release. This balance is dynamic and shifts with each phase of your journey. Recognizing when you have passed a test is crucial for growth. Tests are not meant to be indefinite, they have a purpose and an endpoint. Signs of passing a test include a new sense of peace, expanded awareness, restored confidence, or the opening of new opportunities. Sometimes, the test itself transforms, you no longer react the way you once did, or the challenge shifts to a different level. Learning to honor these milestones helps you avoid staying stuck in struggle and invites you to step into your next chapter with intention and joy. Celebrating these wins, no matter how small, fuels your momentum and honors your resilience. Celebrating progress without attachment is an art. It's important to acknowledge and honor how far you've come because recognition nourishes your soul and keeps your motivation alive. But attachment to outcomes, expecting growth to look a certain way or happen on your timeline, can create suffering. When you celebrate with detachment, you appreciate the journey without clinging to results. You learn to trust the process itself as the true teacher, finding joy in each step rather than only in the destination. This freedom allows you to stay present, open, and joyful even amidst ongoing tests. Setbacks have a way of shaking the very foundation of who we believe ourselves to be. When the universe tests you and you stumble, it can leave you feeling unsteady, doubting your worth, and questioning your path. Rebuilding confidence after such moments is not about rushing to fix what feels broken, it's about gently reclaiming your power piece by piece. Start by acknowledging your resilience. You are still standing despite the trials. Reflect on the lessons learned and remind yourself that every setback was a sacred teacher, sharpening your wisdom and strength. Confidence grows not from perfection but from persistence, from showing up again and again, even when the ground beneath you feels unstable. Visualization and intention setting are powerful tools to guide you through testing times toward breakthroughs. When you clearly envision your next level, the life, the self, the energy you are moving into, you align your subconscious with your highest goals. Intention acts like a beacon in the fog, helping you navigate uncertainty with purpose. Take time daily to sit quietly and see yourself stepping into your power, embracing the new opportunities, and embodying the growth you desire. This mental rehearsal primes your mind and spirit to recognize and create opportunities when they arise. Coupled with inspired action, this practice transforms vague hopes into tangible realities. Patience is not passive waiting, it is an active spiritual practice that requires strength and surrender simultaneously. Cultivating patience means learning to trust your unfolding, even when progress feels slow or invisible. It calls for a softening of your expectations and a deepening of your faith in the process. Patience teaches you to live fully in the present moment without anxiety about what's next. It invites you to rest in the knowing that your growth is happening beneath the surface, even when you cannot see immediate results. This steadiness creates space for miracles to unfold in their own perfect timing. Self-forgiveness is a vital but often overlooked part of the leveling up process. Tests and setbacks often trigger harsh inner critics that replay stories of failure and not enough. Forgiving yourself means releasing the burden of blame and guilt, accepting your humanness with compassion. It's an act of radical kindness that frees your energy from the chains of past mistakes and allows you to move forward unencumbered. Remember, you are learning and evolving. There is no growth without missteps. Self-forgiveness is the foundation for true transformation because it heals the heart and opens the door to deeper self-love and acceptance. Finally, integrating lessons from your tests into everyday life is what turns experience into wisdom. Integration is not a one-time event but an ongoing practice of embodying your insights in how you think, feel, and act. It means making choices that reflect your growth, setting new boundaries, cultivating healthier relationships, and nurturing habits that support your expanded self. Integration transforms your awakening from abstract ideas into lived reality, anchoring your transformation in the physical world. It's how you make your level up permanent and authentic. I hope this video was really helpful. See you in the next video. Peace, love, and life.